Too Many Hats podcast with your hosts with the most, Tony and Lavelle. Every morning from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. We also have Queen Watkins with Clock Dead P. Tune in with us and have a great time. Let's talk about it right here. Too Many Hats podcast.
Good morning to you, my beautiful people. Happy Thursday. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, man. It's your host with the most, Tony Mays, Lavelle Salter. What it do, my guy?
What's up, man? Sorry for my absentees yesterday. Thank you for holding it down. You did an amazing job. I watched it yesterday. It was real good. Very informative.
Great, man. Great. I want to start off, man. I got some shout outs this morning, man. A couple of shout outs. First of all, we want to shout out, man. You know, y'all know what the month is, right?
Oh, yeah.
If you don't know,
now you know.
It's Black History Month, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's Black History Month, man. So try to understand as much Black history or take in as much Black history as you can. We are losing a lot of it. Mm-hmm. So I love when people highlight certain people in history that have made marks that have probably been tossed aside or been forgotten about by others. But, you know, I like when people bring those people back to life and bring them to our remembrance, especially Black people that had helped shape or kind of led the way
right.
for Black people in history. Yeah. So shout out, man. Shout out to Black History Month, man. And speaking of Black History Month, man, shout out, man, to Captain Ibram, bro. Trail. He had officially, bro, handed over 2,000 specially designed Yinto motorcycles to the National Police, man. He said that this will be able to enhance them being able to catch criminals a lot faster, get the people a lot faster. You know, because in cars, you got to wait, you got to navigate. And then some of the roads in Africa are where the criminals try to do is on some of these long roads that haven't been paved or whatever. And they have a hard time maybe navigating around. So now with these motorcycles, they'll be able to navigate around and be able to get into more spaces. So shout out to him, bro, for just doing a tremendous job, man. And I don't know, man. It's some of the same stuff, man, Gaddafi was doing, man, for his people. And you know what? As a matter of fact, I read somewhere yesterday that his son was just unalived.
Really?
It said his son been on the NATO about releasing. I think they had $200 and some billion of the country's money, and his son been trying to fight because they had seized, and his son been trying to fight for it. So anytime you try, you know, and so now he's been unalived by some guys that they unidentified guys.
Wow.
Yeah. Good morning, Ms. Paula. Good morning, Ms. Gwen. So shout out to Captain Ibram Traore, man, for, you know, bringing Burkina Faso, man. He doing his thing, bro. So shout out to him, man. All right, man. Hey, man. Say, man. As Greg would say. We gonna jump on into this thing. I'm gonna absolutely positively tell you the topic today may not be, you know, for all you too holier than thou people. I'm just gonna be honest with you. But in the beginning, when we started this podcast, I told Lavelle, I ain't gonna talk about sex. I don't want to talk about this stuff. It's just taboo type stuff. And Lavelle said, man, this is stuff that's going on in people's relationships that they're struggling with, that they need to talk about or have a platform or have, at least be able to hear it and be able to talk about it. So
you don't jump out the box like a jack in the box too, Doc.
He already told me he gonna be quiet this morning. That's a lie. That's a bald-faced lie, because we're having a conversation trying to help folk.
Oh man.
And so, are toys necessary or just an option as it relates to intimacy? Are toys necessary or are they just an option as it relates to intimacy? So let me go ahead on and throw this out here too. Let me just do this. Viewers' discretion is advised.
She said, let's talk about it. It's life. I like the tag on the end.
Viewers' discretion is advised. All right.
I'm about to get a drop with it.
This video that I'm gonna show, we don't own the rights to this video, but I do want to talk. It's Dr. Jenny Schuyler, who's a PhD, and also a resident sex therapist. I'm gonna play I think it's a 1.5-minute clip from her talking about toys. But yeah, so are they necessary or just an option as it relates to intimacy? I can tell you that there are a lot of people who are totally against toys. And I'm just gonna say this. I'm gonna say to each his own.
Correct.
Whatever floats your boat.
Whatever works for you.
Whatever makes you happy, whatever makes your relationship work. I'm gonna say, do your thing. Because there are a lot of things that go on when you're talking about, when we say intimacy, we just talking about the sex part of intimacy, right? We ain't talking about just you just get snuggling and laying around, we talking about, or just having intimate conversation. We're talking about the sex part of intimacy. And hopefully you're in a committed married relationship. If you even thinking about sex, hopefully, but we grown, so I ain't gonna, no judgment over here, no judgment zone.
Absolutely.
So why are sex toys a part of the intimate experience? Why are sex toys even a part of the intimate experience? So there are some reasons. Man. There are some reasons that people utilize sex toys.
Well, I mean, it's just like when you tapped in, you're saying what you're saying. I think a lot of times people be against stuff, regardless of what it be, because they don't have no knowledge or no understanding of what it's used for. Because it being because it wasn't a conversation, it just wasn't nothing talked about, and so you just. I don't know. No. Almost kind of like you said when we started the podcast, kind of, you know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna talk about that, but then if you don't have no knowledge of something, don't understand stuff, then quite naturally you're gonna have a kick down to it.
Yeah, I definitely think that's a that's a huge part of it. When you start talking about just people, just a lack of understanding of what happens and what takes place. And I don't necessarily. I'm not against it. I'm not against it at all. And if that's your thing, that's your thing.
Right.
Whatever floats your boat. But sex toys are a part of the intimate experience because they can enhance. I think Latangela just said something about enhancing the experience,
right?
But it enhanced the physical sensation, emotional connection, and personal understanding of pleasure. Sex toys, their role varies by individual and relationship, but several common factors can explain their presence.
Mm-hmm.
So, you might not like toys, but maybe your partner does.
Right.
Right. Chandler said, I would say, if anything, an enhancement would not be every time, though. Yeah. So it's however you see fit. If you see fit just to use it as an enhancement to enhance your sexual experience, cool. Or it could be one of those situations where sometimes the men have ED, and that's erectile dysfunction, or they're going through a period of something where they may be experiencing something and they might not be able, or they might be in one of those situations where they're tired, they're not lasting long, or can't get you there in that time, and that you might need that toy to help get that arousal or stimulation up, right?
Mm-hmm.
So good morning, Queen. She said use it too much, it's gone electric. You down there. Let on. Nah, I'm just playing. Now we'll see. Okay, I'm gonna play this video in a minute, and she kind of talks about that as well, like if you just using it too much, or what can happen. Mel said good morning. Oh my, let's go. Enhance, and more men are bringing them to the table. Yeah, I've heard that men bringing them, to the table as well. Personal opinion enhance. Queen said personal opinion enhance sexual activity with your partner. Yeah. So there are a lot of things that it could be used for if you choose to use it, or not. That's your preference if you do or if you don't. But when you're talking about enhanced stimulation, sex toys can provide types, intensities, or consistencies of stimulation that may be difficult to achieve manually.
Right.
Helping some people reach orgasm or experience pleasure more easy. So it enhances that stimulation aspect of it, right? So let's talk about. Let me play this video, because I think she talks about this stimulation and you for women, and women getting to that level where they need to be.
And today's episode is about toys. More specifically, do toys kill the clitoris? The answer is no. I do get this question a lot. What if I use my toy all the time? Or what if I use my toy even with my partner? Will it kill my clitoris? The answer is keep doing that toy, especially if it's a great way to access your arousal and orgasm. If that's your reliable pathway, don't shut that down. That said, if you only use your toy and you're looking to create other pathways for arousal and orgasm and you're struggling, you may want to take a small hiatus from the toy so that you can practice other pathways for arousal, meaning using your hand, using a tongue, using a bathtub faucet or a shower head, using a jacuzzi jet. Lots of different pathways for arousal and orgasm that may not be via a toy. If you feel like, oh, I've used my toy and then I lose sensation, that can be a common experience. It doesn't mean you're killing your clitoris. It means that the clitoris has so many nerve endings, 8,000, in that sweet little hot button. And if we have a toy that's really powerful, we can overload the sensation in the clitoris temporarily. So again, think about using the toy in other regions, maybe having a barrier like a pair of panties, or putting the setting a little bit lower. We'll catch you next time.
Yeah. So
what's up, guys? Jason Julius here, and you want to make your woman squirt.
Really
Let's
good.
Be honest, it can seem like the holy grail.
As it relates to, and Damon just said something, and I don't necessarily agree with that.
I disagree.
Not all of it. Huh?
Yeah, I disagree too.
Yeah, I don't necessarily totally agree with all that. He said the toy, if you need to use the toy to finish getting off, then you with the wrong man. Unless he has a problem that can be fixed. No, you got to understand, bro. Some women, I don't care what you do, it takes a lot to get them there. And you could be the best at what you think you know. And it just, yeah. So I, I'm agree that he could be having an issue that could be fixed. And you may use some toys. So I think that's part of it, but it's not the totality of it. The toy can eventually get bored after extensive use and result in possibly cheating. I think you have to use it. If you're going to use it, you have to use it in moderation. Just like she said, you can't be using it all the time. And that's the only way you experience pleasure, because if you have a man in a relationship, or if you're using it as a man, and you're going to get to the point where that's the only way that you can climax or get your orgasm. And so I don't care what partner you with, it's just not going to be satisfying, because you use that tool so much to the point that that's the only way you can get your arousal. That's why she said you need to take a hiatus from it and try using some other things, to get you there. Miss Paulette said, yes, it is an option. See, y'all talk y'all butt, but hey, it's an option. Sometimes you just want to have basic sex, and sometimes you might want to be a little freaky deaky.
There you go.
Freaky deaky. Okay, then. I ain't even ever seen deaky spelled out.
Yeah. Well, see, I think again, and I think too, it's just a stigma behind this whole conversation, because it's never been, for one, sex has just been dirtied and dumbed down anyway, for the most part, because they just think sex is a dirty thing. The whole industry, when it comes to pornography and stuff like that, has dumbed down. Even people in church, they we ain't gonna talk about sex and that. Come on, that's how you. My pastor emeritus said, sex is life and life is sex. That's how you got here.
Mm-hmm.
So my thing is that when you don't have any knowledge about something and don't understand even the healthy part behind sex and what comes with it, then the conversation ain't gonna be had. I think for the most part with men, the problem probably comes in because it's a thing of that you feel like you are a substitute, if you will. I think that may happen with that.
See, Damon. First off, Mel Max said the modern shower head works too. Thank you, Mel, for that observation. Diamond said, "You pick what you like. Why pick a person that is boring in bed?" People don't fall in love with people just because of sex, bro. That's shallow as hell. If you even think like that. Now, that's why you got so many women that are in love with guys who may not be, and they might say, "Hey, I love you for you." The sex is okay. Yeah, maybe I've even heard women say my sex was big. My ex was bigger and probably better at sex, but he wasn't the person for me. He wasn't the person because sometimes sex is more than just stimulating the body, stimulating the mind.
Come on, Doc.
He said, if she's boring, she's not into you, sir. Right? I done seen too many people say, it ain't got nothing to do with it. Yeah. And I don't think like we pick people or not pick people because they're boring in bed. Because sex, you can teach if you're a person that have been around, have done some things, you can teach a person that maybe that don't know a lot in bed, right? And I don't think you're never too old to learn something new.
Yeah, but then the thing about it is, sex don't start in the bed. That's the biggest problem. Sex start wherever you wanted to start it. Sex start. It started in the car. It started in the movie theater. It started in the living room. It started in the kitchen. It started wherever you wanted to start it, because it's a thing of that you gotta, because it's gonna be boring if you just jump in the bed and go in. Y'all ain't no energy, ain't no synergy, ain't no nothing. No,
we ain't say you was referring to yourself, but you did say you pick what you like, not love. And why pick a person that's boring in bed? You didn't say sex was the only thing, but it's a part. Yeah, it is a part. But people don't pick people because they sex is boring or not boring.
Right. Now we the most definitely ain't saying we thought you were talking about you, no sir.
Yeah.
No disrespect to you. Ain't number respect. We don't have number respect on this podcast. Just know that.
Yeah. So then you have the exploration and self-knowledge. Sometimes people just be trying to find themselves, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So using toys alone or with a partner can help individuals learn what feels pleasurable to them. You know, when you're young and you haven't experienced much, you don't even know what feels good to you and what's don't, because you haven't experienced things.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I remember at I think I was about 18 or 19, and I met this lady who was grown, had kids, grown. And man, I got with that lady, and that lady had never had a toy before. I think I brought one of them little bullets, and she had never experienced a toy before. That lady dang gone lost her mind, Lavelle. I had to leave it with her. I'm like, you just keep that.
Yeah.
Lost her mind because she had never experienced that. So if you've never experienced that, how can you knock something you never experienced? Right? So when you're talking about exploration and self-knowledge, you know, using these toys, even if you're using them alone, just trying to figure out what feels pleasurable to you, you know, this can and then guess what else it can do? It can improve this thing that we always talk about. When we always end up talking about communication. It can improve your communication and the satisfaction with your partner, because now your partner can communicate to you what they like, what they don't like, what feels good, what don't feel good, or them toys they help you. Oh, that feels good. Oh, you like it that right there. Oh, okay then. You know, so I think, you know, sometimes when you don't really truly know yourself or know what gets you there, I think that sometimes toys can enhance that experience.
And it's $1 million industry as well. The toy industry.
Yeah. Oh man,
a lot of money.
Billion. It might be $1 billion.
Yeah, maybe higher than that.
Yeah. Mel said, "Preach in the beginning of the day, not at 8 p.m. What you're doing, text early, a phone call, flowers, lunch date, a jokey joke. It's the little things. Yeah, yeah. So you know, it's you know, different people experience it different ways. You know what I'm saying? And you know, that's why I say you're never too old, because you may have been in one of those seasoned type relationships where things were just different, right? And so now you met somebody, maybe this person is a little younger, maybe a little older, maybe but have maybe, you know, experienced some other things, and they're showing you some things. That's why I ain't never too old to learn something. You know what I'm saying?
Latangela need to come to the show. This is exactly what I was saying, right? That's the problem right there.
Yeah, Tan said we have been programmed when it comes to sex. When growing up, it's always don't do it, don't get pregnant, you will get a disease, etc. And when you get in a relationship and married, you have you have to let those teachings go so you can have healthy sexual relationship. Man, what you said?
That's the whole thing in a nutshell right there.
Yeah. So I think that, you know, we have to not be ignorant and ignorant. All ignorant is you just don't know. We have to quit being ignorant and start allowing ourselves to experience life, understand life, be free. And I ain't telling you to be so free to you just having sex with everybody that come your way. Tony didn't say that. Yeah. Don't put that in my mouth. But you do have to. I think, you know, I've heard some preachers. Matter of fact, I just heard one yesterday. We're talking about you shouldn't even be thinking about sex and marriage. If you're a Christian and if you ain't married, be thinking about living with somebody or having sex before you married and all that, because God ain't in it. Okay, I mean, I agree, but that's why I said at the beginning of the show, I hope you are in a committed marriage, you know, doing these things. But I do understand, you know, I didn't wait till I was married before I, you know, so don't I ain't finna be lying like
you did this. We did the show about we did the show about people staying at home with their parents and didn't know the history behind why that happened.
Right.
We don't even know the history behind why it say don't stay with somebody before you married. I don't have sex before you married. Because 9 times out of 10, if you look in the scripture, we talking about being holy and using the Bible as context. A lot of times we were talking about having sex. Some of the folks, it don't say nothing about them being married. Let's just always keep it all the way a book. And we can't build our premises off that, because when we use the Bible, we don't even use context, culture, and history behind it. We just, the Bible say, you don't even know who said it in the Bible or nothing like that. Come on, y'all out of don't get me started. I digress. I said I wasn't gonna say nothing, Doc.
I told you it was a lie. But then, sometimes we have to use toys, or people use toys to just address some physical differences or challenges, right? I.e. erectile dysfunction, something going on, or something's going on with the woman or whatever. You might have to use some toys. So things happen. So toys may support people with differences in libido, mobility, sensitivity, or arousal patterns, and can be helpful during pregnancy, menopause, illness recovery, or disability. So it can stimulate in different areas depending on what's going on at that time. You know what I'm saying? You don't never know what's going on. But you have people who have a higher sex drive, and you a person with a low sex drive.
Mm-hmm.
So are you just not going? No, you let them do their thing.
Man, one of
not
the most
nobody else, but they may have to pull that toy out and say, because they got a higher sex drive.
One of the most popular people in the world, probably about 15, 20 years, that ever discussed sex was Dr. Ruth.
Yeah, I used to love me some Dr. Ruth.
Bruh, that lady, she probably helped more marriages and relationships probably than anybody in the world. Your pastor didn't help you, your therapist didn't help you, and she didn't look like nobody. She was ugly as homemade scene, but she knew about sex.
Mayor Max said, Latangela saw, yes, a single mom, 4 girls. It was taught to keep your dress tail down. Yep. Mm-hmm. Diamond said, poor communication leading to insecurities regarding sexual performance, feelings, inadequacies, or fear. Absolutely. Being displaced. Yeah. So, and that's why I said the communication piece is so important, right? Mm-hmm. Because if you're not experiencing maybe the arousal, and this is why we need to have these conversations, right? If you didn't get me there, man, look, I don't want to be that transparent, but if you didn't get me there, then just say, hey, I ain't get there, but it's good. I mean, and then maybe the person, well, what I need to do to get you there?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Talk. We can't be so embarrassed, especially as a because look, it ain't just the women that don't get off sometimes.
Oh yeah.
I have faked it before.
Oh yeah.
I'm just being honest with you. I have faked it.
Well, you have to build the conversation. I mean, it's an art. It's a canvas. You know what I'm saying? So it's a thing of, and I just be always buck with y'all. I'm just going because I'm married. I have a wife. Man, me and Don have been out before, bro, and had a good time and had a couple of drinks, man. Shoot, by the time we got home and the door was open, it was on and pop because we had already built the conversation, and it wasn't nothing else to talk about.
And I feel you. It's some of them time, boy, you've been out and you had a couple of drinks and hanging out, dancing and slow dancing, and the mood is right already. So when you come in,
I'm there in the negative the car.
Play some slow jams. You look, Google, play some slow jams.
Man, what?
Tanner said, I had a guy to tell me he realized that it is about the quality and not the quantity.
Come on now. That's it.
That's why I don't agree with that. When they be talking about how long should your sex partner last? People be 45 minutes, an hour and a half. I call bullshit. Bro, if you ever watched porn,
mm-hmm.
Show me any porn scene that lasted 30 minutes or an hour.
And if it did, they cut it. They cutting it and put it together.
Ain't lasting no hour. High blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes, cardiovascular disease, obesity, pelvic trauma, such as from radiation or surgery, nerve dysfunction, brain or spinal injuries, abnormal hormone.
Yeah, all that.
Okay. Damon said, now I had dated a female that brought toys on our first encounter. She brought because she was used to not having an orgasm, and then thanked me for giving her the first in years. Yeah.
Stick your chest out, Doc. Stick your chest out.
Lickety split. We're gonna call you Damon Lickety Split Davis. Oh boy. Y'all funny today. Then you have variety and novelty, right? Variety and novelty. Introducing new sensations can increase excitement and reduce routine while maintaining emotional and physical closeness, right? So just adding a little variety in there. I think that was Miss Paula said, sometimes just regular basic sex is okay. Then sometimes you need to get a little freaky deaky.
Freaky
deaky. So introducing some new sensations can increase that excitement in a relationship. And especially if you're used to a certain routine. You roll over. I just hit it from the back. You just roll over, get on top. It's same thing every time.
Yeah,
you that's a routine. It's now that you have to change it up sometime.
Two pastors here in the city, man. Apostle A.R. Williams and Pastor Stacy Spencer some years ago. A lot of folks say it was too far-fetched, but A.R. Williams, he brought a whole bed in the pulpit and did a whole scenario talking about sex. A lot of folks saying, in church and all that stuff like that. But I guess my thing when it comes to folks with church and stuff like that, when you understand that this is going to be the only time if I'm responsible for these individuals who you call me being the pastor or being the sheep, that's going to be the only time I even have an opportunity to speak with these individuals. And so if God chose for him to do something like that, maybe somebody, maybe, and you didn't know about it, he had people kept coming to him about these situations in the bedroom or situations in their relationship. He said, why are we not going to go ahead and discuss it? I don't have no problem with it. That's just me. Because again, we have dumbed down and reprogrammed sex to the point to where it's just a dirty thing, and it's not. It's a beautiful thing. It's lovely. It feels good.
It's lovely. Everybody said it's lovely.
Yes, sir.
Man, Max, that's what the rose does. Like split it, don't have the double head of grape for the ED guys. Man, that's too graphic.
Hey. We there now.
Teach us today, Mel, with the modern shower head.
Because I think she didn't say it, but she alluded to it when we went out. She said, "I keep a package with me."
How many people you think have orgasm showers?
Mm-hmm.
Let's research that right quick. Let me see.
Because it's gonna be mainly women.
You doing it?
No, I'll read in the comments.
Okay.
I was about to, but I was seeing what she was saying. Wow.
It's a damn. There is no price. There is no precise statistic on how many people specifically achieve orgasm in the shower. A survey of 515 adults indicated that 54% have engaged in sexual activity in the shower. Despite the popularity, 44% of those who have tried reported physical injuries such as back, ankle, leg injuries.
I guess you probably should have been a little bit more broad and said how many women, because they talking about people having intimacy in the shower.
Yeah, they talking about sex.
Yeah.
They talking about sex. So I just said orgasms. I didn't want to, because orgasm, because you got the shower here. Orgasm could be any kind of way, having sex in the shower. And I guess the ones that had the sex are the ones that got injured.
Right.
Oh, I can't take y'all today. Miss Paulette said, sometime I just want to please him. Come on in here, Paulette.
You better. You better.
Yes, if I don't get to paradise, I'm fine. Sometime. Now she said sometime, not all the time. Sometime. But Latanda said people watch porn to get ideas on how and what they could do. Absolutely. Absolutely. Mac, shout out to Apostle, taught me liberation, freedom, and marriage and relationship. I was there front and center at that center. I meant that Sunday. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, it can happen. It can happen. Out of 15, 515 adults in the survey, 54% of them, that's over half, have engaged in sexual activity while in the shower.
Mm-hmm.
That's so imagine if they did a greater pool numbers, a survey.
Well, it's a duo. You got some ass and you had to watch your ass. So
what? But shared intimacy and communication, when used together, toys can encourage conversations about boundaries, desires, and consent, strengthening trust and connection. So, when you start talking about that and you're having conversation, and you may ask the person, have you ever tried toys? Right?
Mm-hmm.
And they may say, no, or they might say, yay. If they said no, then you say, okay, we'll come back. Let's try something. Let's get a bullet. Let's get a rose. Let's get a, some of them sexy people, they got to have the extra dildos and stuff, or the strap-ons and all that kind of stuff, But whatever, the gels, it's not just toy. They got like gels. They got all kinds of stuff, man.
All kind of edible stuff.
If you've never been in a sex store, they got stuff in there. You'd be like, what?
Sometimes I think a couple of folks that I'm friends with on Facebook. I know one young lady I went to school with. She hosted what they call those things. She hosted sports parties and stuff.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We had a friend that used to do them. I don't know if she's still doing them now, but she used to do fun parties, and she used to have some really good stuff. Like she had some crazy stuff too, but and I'd be like, do people actually buy that? She's like, yeah. I'd be like, woo wee.
Yeah.
Man,
maybe we need to host one for the married people. I DJ and shit,
Shit, man, we got to find somebody that do it again. Anyway, autonomy and empowerment. Toys allow individuals to experience pleasure independently of a partner, reinforcing that sexual satisfaction is a personal and valid need. Yep. Christine's and Crystal. See, Mayor Magno, she experienced. I know we was in New Orleans one year. This probably been, man, it had to be probably, man, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago, close to 10 years ago. We took somebody with us down there, right? And we decided to go down on Bourbon Street. And we on Bourbon Street walking around, just having a good time. And they decide they want to get them. They didn't get the grenades. They got them fish tank things, fish bowl. But I never drink when I go out like that because I'm generally the designated driver. I'm the one that's trying to watch out for everybody, right? Even when we go out the country, I'm the same way. And so Monica, and that's why I say it's really because Monica don't really drink. Like she don't even really know how to drink at all now. But Monica and this person was drinking these these fishbowl, they had drunk them things to, man, they was twisted. And I said, all right, now, y'all get too drunk. I'm not hauling, no, I'm not picking nobody up, dragging nobody to no car. Y'all better be able to walk, right? So we about to leave off Bourbon Street. So we done walked up and got and walked back there. And we get to the end, closer to Canal, they got like the little sex store, toys stores and stuff.
They got leather and everything, and chains, and
yeah, they got all the video, all that stuff now. So we just walk in there, right? We walk in there, just walking around. We looking at stuff. We tripping. They laughing. They giggling. They drunk. They giggling and stuff, laughing. So we sitting there for a minute. We come out. They got this big post on the wall of this deal though. And the girl that was with us, she took a picture with the post like that. Man, you talking about, boy, we laughed for 30 days out of it. Hey, so you got to have, you got to be able to communicate what your needs are. And if you go into a store, you may find some stuff that, even for men, that you felt like, boy, they got some stuff. They got stuff. So just check it out, man. Just you can go in there with your spouse and just walk through there and check it out and decide if y'all want to try some stuff. You'd be amazed at the stuff that you could actually learn if you just take the time to go in there and try to learn. All right. Overall, sex toys are not. Listen, y'all now, because some of y'all may take this sex toy stuff too far. Because I think one time we had a show where we talked about the sex dolls. And, having the human size sex dolls and stuff, and we found out that there's a lot of people like them, and they spending thousands and thousands of dollars on them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And okay, but they spending thousands and thousands of dollars on them. So. But sex toys are not a replacement for intimacy. They not. They are an enhancement. They can be an enhancement. Can help you discover, some things, or maybe discover your erotic zone, whatever it is. But there's not a replacement for it. Mm-hmm. And if you look at to replace it, then maybe, like Damon said, you are with the wrong person.
Yeah.
If you're looking to replace it, place the intimacy with a toy. There are tools that some people choose to use to support, expand, or personalize their intimate experience based on comfort, preferences, and mutual consent.
Yeah.
So they can be used to enhance, to personalize, to support, to expand, but never to replace.
Yeah.
They should never be used to replace intimacy. And that's why my question was, are toys necessary or just an option in intimacy? Not replacing intimacy. Right. So I really want to play this video again, just so the folk that in the back that might not have necessarily heard what the woman said, but I want to play it again. It's only a minute and 20-30 seconds, and we'll play it again. So
And today's episode is about toys. More specifically, do toys kill the clitoris? The answer is no. I do get this question a lot. What if I use my toy all the time? Or what if I use my toy even with my partner? Will it kill my clitoris? The answer is keep doing that toy, especially if it's a great way to access your arousal and orgasm. If that's your reliable pathway, don't shut that down. That said, if you only use your toy and you're looking to create other pathways for arousal and orgasm and you're struggling, you may want to take a small hiatus from the toy so that you can practice other pathways for arousal, meaning using your hand, using a tongue, using a bathtub faucet or a shower head, using a jacuzzi jet. Lots of different pathways for arousal and orgasm that may not be via a toy.
Wow.
If you feel like, oh, I've used my toy and then I lose sensation, that can be a common experience. It doesn't mean you're killing your clitoris. It means that the clitoris has so many nerve endings, 8,000, in that sweet little hot button. And if we have a toy that's really powerful, we can overload the sensation in the clitoris temporarily. So again, think about using the toy in other regions, maybe having a barrier like a pair of panties, or putting the setting a little bit lower. We'll catch you next time.
Uh-oh. You back yet, Doc?
I cut the mic all the way off.
It didn't down, you did.
No, I cut the mic off. Yeah, I was trying to say that one video, they had a couple of videos that was about to pop up next. I'm like, Jesus.
Oh yeah, but the lady on the left, the black lady on the left, the black doctor, I follow her, man. She be talking about so many good topics, and she like to dispel a lot of stuff that folks out, they don't have no history on it and stuff like this. So yeah. I can't remember her name, but I follow her on YouTube.
She's a urologist.
Yeah. Yeah.
It don't have her name, but she is a urologist.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So I think they could be great to enhance the experience, man, the sexual experience, man, if you choose to use them that way, or just to kind of, figure out with your partner, what feels good to you and what what you like.
We may need to talk to these people here and let them become a sponsor for us. This is the top paid sex toy store on the internet, Adam and Eve.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'll check it out right there. I ain't supposed to know they did it. Thank you.
Man, let's clock this tea with our girl Queen Watkins. Lavelle gonna get somebody in trouble.
Good morning. Good morning. Y'all know what time it is. Put them phones down, fingers up. It's time to clock that tea with your girl Queen Watkins. I hope y'all are having no fun. But y'all know what time it is. Time to clock that tea. Have y'all seen the story of the young lady that lost 3 of her kids out of 6 during this winter storm from a body of water that was in the back of her house? I don't know, Lake Pond. It was a body of water. Let's talk about it. So this lady had 3 of her kids decided they were going to go outside and play. 3 boys at the age of 6, 8, and 9. And mom basically told them, yes, you can go outside, but don't play by the lake. Don't play on the lake, right? So it was everywhere. So the winter storm was everywhere. So everybody should know it was very icy outside. Ponds iced over, froze over, whatever. So I read a lot of comments, okay? And I watch a lot of videos for the things I clock that tea on. And y'all, so many people have opinions, right? If you're not in that situation, you really don't know what you're going to do for real. But so many people are pulling this lady down. And I'm going to be honest, I was one of them. When I first seen them, I'm like, girl, why you wouldn't get in there and save your kids? Why would you sit there and watch them drown like this? Why would you? Woo? But getting the entire story, the daughter ran into the house and told the mom, hey, my brothers are drowning. Mom said she got outside, she ran outside, got in the water. Water was so cold, her body locked up. All she could do was watch her children drown. To the point where the neighbor or football coach had came to save her. He was only able to save the mom. And he didn't even get in the water. He threw a rope in there for her to come out. So he didn't even get in the water, right? And of course, when it comes down to your kids, you're going to try your best to do whatever you can do. Simple as that. Well, if you're a real mom, real parent, you're going to try to do everything that you can to save your child's life. Thankfully, the lady then passed away, right, as well. From, I don't know how long they were in there, but it was cold. It was very cold outside. So I'm not sure if it was hypothermia. I don't know. They couldn't have been outside that long. I got to find those details. But what I do know from this lady interview, she stated she got in the water. She was trying to save them. She couldn't save them. Football coach came, pulled her out with the rope. She just had to watch her children drown. Now, the water was 3 feet tall. How tall was the lady? Of course, she was probably over 3 feet. But not being there during that situation, ain't no telling she could swim or not. Do I feel like maybe she could have pulled them little boys out? Probably. How far were they in the lake? Because she did say on the interview that when she tried to grab them and sit them on some ice, the ice broke and they went back down. Me, I would get on my back, get on my neck, get on my shoulders, let's get up out of here, let's pull, let's hold each other's shirt, let's try to do something, right? But you never know what you will do in a situation like that. The lady lost 3 children. She got to have 3 funerals. I don't, everything in me don't think that lady purposely watched them, drown in that manner. I don't think so. And some of y'all definitely think that, but I don't think so. And some people say, why were your kids outside unattended? Stop playing like you just the parent of the year. Like y'all don't ever let y'all kids go outside, tell them, hey, don't go here, don't do this, don't do this. And your child don't listen to you. Like, come on now. Like, that's what gets me too. When you see something happen with another parent and then you want to act like you parent of the year, parent of the world. Like you don't never let your child be unattended, backyard, whatever. They're in their yard. She thought they would be safe. Let them go out and play. She got 3 other kids. Of course, people would say, well, if you don't let all of them go out, then why let a few of them go out? Like, she had 6 kids, okay? So I'm not saying she shouldn't have been responsible and not watching the other 3, but it was 3 boys out there. And the 6-year-old went in there first, and the 8 and 9-year-old went in trying to save their brother. So it's a lot to this story. No, the lady is not in jail or anything. Some people say they feel like she should go. But at the end of the day, that lady lost 3 children. Some you lose. I just thank God for her mind, her mental. Folks just really need to be praying for her and those children instead of trying to judge her parenting. Because, baby, some of y'all ain't even fit to have dogs for real. All right, y'all, that's all the tea that I have today. Make sure y'all tune in to 2 Minutes, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. sharp. And don't forget to stay tuned for your girl, Queen Watkins Pilates. Y'all have a blessed day. Bye.
Man, I couldn't even imagine. Like, I don't even want to imagine what this lady has to be going through. And not only that, but sitting there watching your child or your children, and you can't do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
But just
crazy.
like you said, though, I mean, it's you really can't say anything if you're not in that predicament. You can, if that was my and I was there, you know, man, you know how cold that water had to be.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. That water had to be way below what it was outside. So come on, man. You can't just, you know, regardless of how shallow the water was or how deep it was or not. You can't. It's cold. You in cold water. And then you talking about children versus adult. It's not the same thing. People just some folks just need. I think sometimes the internet, man, and social media have gave too many to some folks is they don't need no voice. Shut up, be quiet. Damn.
They just be speaking off the top of their dome and not really, you know, looking at to the situation or digging deep into the situation enough to really understand, like, hey, even if you were in this situation, it was probably nothing you could do. You know, I mean, think about when you hop in a cold shower and you jump back out there. Whoa, shit.
Yeah.
So think about how cold that water was.
And to me, and if anybody that says something, they see this, you just an insensitive asshole. And I say that from my chest because you don't. Here it is. This lady here, she grieving. You lose all three of your children at the same time.
Yeah,
come on, man.
Yeah, that's hard. That's hard. Man, again, shout out to Black History Month, man. We're gonna be celebrating Black History Month all month, man. So when you see these Black stories about all these, especially on Facebook, I know there's one site that puts a lot of Black history. I can't think of the name of the site. They go back and dig a lot of these African kings and queens and stuff that ruled and did stuff, and you know, so you know, just try to dig into some of the history because we losing a lot of
tomorrow about Memphis that I saw on TikTok that I'm gonna try to have tomorrow. We try to showcase some of this stuff.
And man, shout out to President Captain Ibrahim Traore, who officially handed over 2,000 specially designed Yinto motorcycles to the National Police. Man, he said that this is going to help curtail crime, so they can get to the criminals faster, be able to work around, you know, because you know these motorcycles are actually they're off road as well, so they can kind of navigate through some of the smaller spaces to try to get to situations better, man. It's a hope it will help with some improved security as well. So shout out to Cap, man. He doing a great job. All right. This is all we have for today, man. We hope that you got something out of it today, man.
Yeah.
Even if it's just, hey, I need to just kind of, you know, look at these toys, maybe just to figure out what I like myself, whatever it is, enhance your experience, whatever it is, man. I hope you got something out of it today, man. We appreciate you guys stopping by and checking in as always, man. Mel, Matt, glad you're back. And so again, thank you guys for being with us today, Lavelle.
Yes, sir, man. Good topic. Good topic. I was just playing with you earlier, man. You know, I be trying to push the envelope with you, Doc. I'm just, again, like I said earlier, I'm just, you don't jump our way in, Doc. You ain't coming back. So, Mel says she said 100. She saw 100 people watching. Facebook done did so much stuff with the views on your profile. Of course, we can go back and see within our own personal stuff, you know, in the back office and stuff like that, whatever they called it. But like you used to be able to see the views on your actual on the actual video. They don't even have it on there no more. But good, some people watching. Y'all watching, y'all didn't start saying something. Share the video.
I think what happens is people click in, click out, click in, click out, and so it'll rack up a whole lot of views. You know,
gotcha.
Sometimes people click in and they see what you're talking about, then they click out, or they click in, see what you're talking about, they click out. So that's why we get those views like that. Because I mean, you got to understand, by the end of the day, we might have 500,000 views. You know what I'm saying? So because people clicking in, clicking out. So tomorrow, man, we're gonna be talking about when success, family, and responsibility collide. Can't wait for that one. When success, family, and responsibility collide.
And that comes off to give y'all if y'all ain't been on the internet and been on Facebook and all, it's already. This comes from Glorilla's sister going off on her about not taking care of her whole family. That's where that comes from, and we'll get into it. But I don't. Anyway, we'll say that for tomorrow. We're gonna pray.
Yep.
Tony got to get out of here, and we love y'all ugly. Hey, that's a good topic too, Tony. Because we right here finna come to Valentine's Day, so that was a real good time to topic too. So let me say that.
I got one for Valentine's Day, close to
Lord.
it anyway.
All right, good deal. All right, let's pray. Most gracious eternal God, our Father, Lord God, we thank you for this day. Thank you for this time. Thank you for waking us this morning. Thank you for giving us our activities of our limbs and clothing us in our right mind. Lord God, we thank you for Tony family, my family, Queen family. If anybody's having any relationship problem, let them find some communication skills and tools, or maybe go talk to somebody, get a therapist to make their relationships better. We actually continue to touch everybody that's going through any type of grieving. And we just ask you to meet us back here tomorrow. And we actually do all these things in your darling son, Jesus' name. Somebody shouted amen.
Amen, man. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Same bad time.
Same bad place.
2 Men in Hats.
Let's
talk about it.
It's the 2 Men in Hats podcast with your hosts with the most, Tony and Lavelle. Every morning from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. We also have Queen Watkins with Clock Dead. Tune in with us and have a great time. Let's talk about it right here. 2 Men in Hats podcast.